What's going on, guys? It's Migs with a quick video for you guys today. So we recently just released our new mobile filter system. So in this video, we're going to show you the best cinematic settings to pair up with the LightChaser Pro 13 when shooting video on your iPhone. To start off, we're going to go to the Settings app and scroll all the way down to the Camera tab. Here you'll be able to see the different settings that you can change. So let's start off at the top where it says Formats. When you click the tab, it's going to show you High Efficiency and Most Compatible. We like to leave this at High Efficiency because whenever you're shooting at 4K 60 or Slowmo, it switches it over to High Efficiency anyways. Also, when you're shooting in cinematic mode, it does the same thing. Having it set at High Efficiency reduces file sizes, so this could help save space on your phone. The next two settings are Apple ProRes and Apple ProRes. Apple ProRes is for photos, so we're gonna skip that one. Apple ProRes, when you click that button, you can go over to your camera app and switch over to video mode. When you switch over to video mode, you'll be able to see ProRes in the top left corner, so you can toggle it on and off by just tapping that button. Apple ProRes will give you the highest quality video. It's essentially a lossless RAW file format, which gives you full grading control in post. That means that you can match the color of your iPhone 13 to your other cameras, such as the A7S III or any other cameras that you have. But keep in mind that when you're shooting with your iPhone 13 and Apple ProRes, that it will take a lot of space on your phone. Apple ProRes supports 1080p 30 on the 128GB iPhones and supports 4K 30 and 1080p 60 on the 256GB and above. Back to the settings, we can click on the Record Video tab, and this is where you're gonna see the resolution and frame rates. I like to shoot my videos in 4K, which gives you the best quality. It also gives you the option to crop into your footage without losing quality. I like to shoot my videos personally in 24 frames per second, or what they call the cinematic frame rate, but some people like to shoot in 30 frames per second because it's a little bit smoother. And then when I want to slow down my videos, I use 60 frames per second. To change your resolution and frame rate without having to go to your settings every time, all you have to do is head on over to your camera app, slide it over to video mode, and on the top right corner, you're gonna see your resolution and your frame rate. Whenever you want to switch this, all you have to do is just tap it and it's gonna change it for you. This shortcut helps so much when you're out shooting, especially in a run and gun scenario, because you don't have to go to your settings every time. Out of the box, your iPhone is gonna come with HDR video on. HDR video is when the camera takes multiple exposures and layers them on top of one another to show the details and the highlights and the shadows. I like to turn this off because I like my videos as raw as possible in order for me to have the most control in post-production. Now we scroll down to the composition settings. I like to turn on grid. This makes it easier to line up your compositions or center your subjects. Scrolling down, we're gonna turn off macro control because you don't want it to switch over to the macro lens when you're filming subjects that are really close to your camera. As mentioned earlier, we want to have the most control over our settings and not have the iPhone tell us what to do when we're out shooting. For Slowmo settings, there are two ways that you can achieve this. One is by going to the Slowmo tab on the camera app, and by default, it's gonna give you 1080p 120. You can switch this by going over to the top right and tapping the 120, and it will switch to 240 frames per second. The other way is to use video mode and change your resolution to 4K 60. This is the way I like to do it because it gives you the best quality, which is 4K. All you have to do is go to your editing software and slow down your footage. And last but arguably the most important setting is locking your camera. With this setting switched to on, your iPhone camera will stay selected on the camera that you chose rather than changing between the 3 different cameras. When using our lenses, the setting must be turned on since they are fixed to a single camera on the iPhone. I hope this video helped you guys, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram to keep up with our future products. It's Migs with PolarPro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.